Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We will get you out of here before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time, get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Deliver live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place. We'll meet the cappers, then get right to the picks. So let's say hello to Joey. Joey, what's happening? How's Daytona?
What's up, Tony? Happy Monday. How you doing today?
Very, very good. So you're happy now? Your sport is now in season for what, the next 10 months?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even with it coming back, we still had to wait like 5.5, 6 hours from when the race was supposed to start because of rain, but it's all good. I'm okay waiting a few hours for 10 months of straight NASCAR almost every Sunday, so it's all good.
Very good. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, it was definitely one heck of a race, and the retired guy almost came in there and scooped it up at the end. Jimmy Johnson, out of nowhere, he was that close, man, that close from not a regular winning it. So good race, good competition there. Did have to wait a little bit, but hey, it was still a good race. Can't complain about the start of the college basketball week as well. So let's get to it.
Let's get to this college card. Indeed, let's say hello to David. David, what's going on?
Not much, Tony. Being in Ann Arbor, right down the road, we have a huge game Friday, Michigan State, debating about maybe going to that one, but should be really entertaining to watch those two teams go off.
Very nice. Let's say hello to Javon. Javon, what's going on?
Not much. Just waiting to get to this new week, waiting for the NBA to come back. What, Wednesday, Thursday, one of those days. What? I'm not gonna say it was a catastrophe last night, but it was, I guess, interesting to watch to the second game with the young stars trying to push the OGs or whatever. But yeah, I mean, something needs to be done about the All-Star game weekend.
Yeah, it's the way it rolls. That's how it is in the All-Stars now, and all sports, even baseball to some degree. But we'll get right to it here. College hoops. We're doing it in two blocks here. So in this block here, we are just going to cover the games at 7 Eastern time. So just the games at 7 Eastern time we'll cover in this block. So we'll take a look at some of the games here on this slate here. Of course, we just had some finals here at Maryland Eastern Shore. No, they could not break their team total today. 62 is where it landed for Maryland Eastern Shore against Howard. Howard with a massive win. Okay, we're going to see a lot of SWAC. We're going to see some Patriot in there. We're going to see some Southland. That's what we're kind of going to see here in this in that 7 o'clock time slot, and that's where we're going to stop, right? It's a short card today, so let's go ahead and let's get this first block underway here with David.
Yeah, one of them I'm looking at here is actually a reschedule from yesterday, Northern Iowa and Murray State. 2.5 point favorite for Northern Iowa right now, and I'm going to lay the 2.5 with them. They're playing really well at the moment. Over the last few weeks, they've won 4 games in a row. They've played pretty strong defense this season as well. 67.5 points against per game given up. They've allowed 65 or fewer in 2 of their last 3. Murray State just 7-8 in the conference. They are at home. They've won 2 in a row, but those are against UIC and Valparaiso, who are not very good in my opinion. They're only shooting 44% from the field. So I like Northern Iowa minus the 2.5 there. And then the second one I'm looking at here is Lehigh and Bucknell. I see the line moved from 5.5 to 6.5. I'll lay the 6.5 with the Bison. I think they're playing some really strong basketball right now. Also playing some really solid defense. I know they had a double overtime loss to Army where they allowed 116 3 games ago, but outside of that, they've played really strong defense over the last few weeks. They're at home. Lehigh has lost 2 out of their last 3. Not super high on Lehigh this season, and I think Bucknell's the way better team here, so I'll lay the 6.5 with the Bison.
And there from David. Next up, we move on over to Rock.
Yeah, for me in this time section, we got Alabama A&M taking on Arkansas Pine Bluff, and you look at these two head-to-head, and Alabama A&M has dominated Arkansas Pine Bluff, winners of 10 straight versus Pine Bluff in that matchup. But you know what? I think streaks come to an end, and I think Arkansas Pine Bluff here at home is the home dog. You can take the 2 if you want. I'm not taking the 2. I'm going to take them on the money line. I think they beat Alabama A&M in that matchup. Give me the home dog there. And then another one I'm looking at in this early slate. Give me the over between McNeese State and Southeast Louisiana. Both teams get up and down the court, score plenty enough points to get us into the 140s. In total, it was at 138.5 up to 139.5. We cruised into the 140s in that matchup. And the other ones I like is after the 7:30. So just the two I like there early.
There from Rod. Next up, we move right on over to Joey.
Yeah, there's two I like in this spot. I agree with David here on Northern Iowa. I like them as well. They're quicker and they definitely shoot the ball well. They've won 4 in a row and they've covered in 3 of those 4. Murray State's won back to back, but their offensive production overall has been poor. They've scored 65 points or less in 3 of their last 4 games. I think Northern Iowa can run away with this one. The other one I like is Southeastern Louisiana with the 8.5 points against McNeese. McNeese wins games, but they don't cover. Southern Eastern Louisiana is 12-5 against the spread as a dog, and they've won 5 straight, covering 4 of those 5. McNeese has failed to cover their last 5. They're a favorite of 10 or more. This is right around that range. I think Southern Eastern Louisiana can definitely keep this number. God damn, that's a mouthload of a university.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, I was going to help you out. It's called SELA for short. SELA.
SELA.
SELA. That's SELA for short there. Let's move on over to Javon.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to Jackson State against Bethune-Cookman. If you look at their recent matchups, Jackson State, they won 5 out of the last 6. It's just a situation, including 3 weeks ago, where they won by 5 points at Jackson State. I don't think the travel is gonna be anything that's detrimental to them. So they're catching points, 3.5 at this point. And I'll take the points. I think it'll be a real close game down to the wire.
Yeah, from Javon, or I'll tell you what I think here about some of these games here. I'm going to look here at, agree there with Southeast Louisiana, SELA, plus the points. This is the team that's covered well, 16 of 21 this season at home from very good numbers, 47% shooting and allowing just 41%. Looking at McNeese State, they have failed to cover 5 straight by just shooting 45%. So I'll take those points here for the home dog here with SELA there in that one. Also, I'm liking Lamar here. Actually, we're not going to go to that 7:30, right? We're in just the 7 Eastern side. So Bucknell and Lehigh, I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with Bucknell. Lehigh has not been very good away from home, just put up 64 points, but defensively gave up over 48% from the field. The Bison in a really good shooting form over their past 5 games, hitting 55%. There, so I'll look at Lehigh in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. As we get ready to close out the college hoops card here for tonight, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on here. Lamar Northwestern State will be the 7:30 Eastern game tonight here, as we'll go through and show you some of the games that we covered here. Stephen F. Austin, now called Eastern, no longer A&M Commerce, it's East Texas A&M now. There, so get rid of the Commerce. Incarnate Word will be Dawgz against UT Rio Grande Valley. Coppin State in action, and Morgan and North Carolina Central going head-to-head here. You can see the Southland, the SWAC. Now we get to some household names here. Duke and Virginia, Duke laying a bundle. Total 132.5. This total was weird. It opened around that. Then it came down to 129 overnight. Then came back up again. So this has been zigzagging back and forth. More Delaware State, Norfolk in action. Corpus Christi is going to be in action. Here's a big conference school here at 9 Eastern time. Kansas State at the Utah. Utah trickling up now to 3. This was about a 1.5 at opener. Of course, a lot of folk look at the recency with Utah coming off that win on late night Saturday night against Kansas there. Texas Southern and Southern. Southern here going to lay 7 in a SWAT contest on ESPNU. And our late night game, probably the best game on the board here. Arizona at Baylor. Baylor a 1.5. The total 151.5. So let's get this block started off with David.
Yeah, I like 2 here on the late slate. First one, Delaware State taking on Norfolk State. I'm going to take the points here. I'm going to take the 8.5 with Delaware State. I know Norfolk State is first in the MEAC right now, 7-1, but Delaware State's playing some really strong basketball right now. They've won 5 games in a row, and they're scoring a ton of points. They've scored 84 points or more in 3 straight and 4 of their last 5. And I just think they can keep this one tight with the offense that they have. Again, I know the Spartans are first in the conference, and they've had a pretty easy time here in the conference. They're blowing teams out for the most part. But if you look at 2 of their last 3 games, one went to overtime and one was only a 3-point win. So I'll take my chances here. I'll take the points with Delaware State. Then the second one I'm looking at is Texas Southern and Southern. I'm going to take the 6.5 with Texas Southern here in this one. This is kind of the same situation. Southern is first in the SWAC with an 11-1 conference record. Texas Southern is 8-4, but Texas Southern's done a really good job of keeping games close. Haven't necessarily done a great job of winning them recently. They've lost 3 of their last 4, but those 3 losses came by 1, 2, and 3 total points. So they haven't lost by more than 6.5 since the last time they played Southern, which was a 9-point loss. But again, they're keeping games close. I like how they're playing right now. Southern did lose 2 games ago. They beat Prairie View last time out by 12, but Prairie View's pretty bad. So I like the direction Texas Southern's going, and I'll take the points there with the Tigers.
From David. Next up, we move on over to Rod.
Yeah, Prairie View is definitely not the greatest, but I'll take him here because this Grambling State team as a favorite is definitely not good. 1-9 ATS is a favorite. They also love to play down to their opponent versus teams with losing records. Grambling State 1-11 ATS their last 12. So give me Prairie View and the boatload of points we're getting there in that one. Another one, give me East Texas A&M. This moves up. It's I see 5.5s in plenty of spots here. Give me the home dog of the Lions there in that matchup. Stephen F. Austin, I like the one it was like 2. It's now up to like 5.5. Well over possession. Too many points there in that matchup now. Another one I like here in this one. Give me Utah here at home in this one. At 3, it's kind of I like the better where it was when it opened up. It's 1.5, 2. But I still think they can get the win and cover there in that matchup. Playing good at home, 14-0 straight up. And the last one, I bet on Baylor at home. I fade Baylor on the road. Baylor at home, 14-1 straight up in their last 15 at home. So I think this is the spot. Even with the injury to their big guy there, Baylor still gets the win there in that matchup over Arizona.
Yeah, from Rod. And next up, we move on over to Joey.
Yeah, I like the over in the Duke and Virginia game. I think this is going to be a pretty fast-paced game. I think Virginia's going to have a really tough time defending Cooper Flag, and with that, they're going to need a lot of offense here. Duke's averaging 82 points per game in conference play, so with that, I like the over. And then for the late-night game, Arizona and Baylor. Initially, I like the points with Arizona, but the money line looks a lot more enticing. I think there's a lot more value there. Baylor has failed to win back-to-back games in 3 of their last 4 times after following a win. Arizona's lost back-to-back, but I think this is a great rebound spot for them. They're great defensively, and I really think they'll keep Baylor in check. So Arizona money line.
Arizona money line there from Joey Tron. Next up, we move right on over to Javon.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot with this big home dog in the Cavaliers of Virginia. We already know Duke's the better team, but they have had trouble going into Charlottesville and getting it done. I know this is a better team than, Duke's recently had, but, there's something about going into that facility for them. I think that they'll have a little bit of trouble. They're going to win, but I think it's going to be more of a 10 to 12 point win as opposed to a 14, 15-point win. So, that's how I'm looking at that game.
From Javon. All right, I'll tell you what I think here about some of these games here. As I said earlier, I like Lamar here, laying it here in this one here against Northwestern State. Northwestern State, not a very good shooting team in the Southland. Also, they turn the ball over as well and don't force it defensively. So Lamar, a really good shooting team in the Southland and defending very well. And also on the glass. So you look at the past 5 games here. The Demons really haven't struggled to shoot the basketball 40%, but Lamar here in the better shooting form and covered 9 of their past 13. So I'll look at Lamar here and that spot. Also, I'm going to go ahead and look at over the total with Duke and Virginia. Blue Devils over their past 5 games, 53% shooting, put up 85 points a game. Virginia over their past 5, 51% shooting, putting up 75 points a game, going over in 4 or 5. Yeah, well, if you're going to want to recruit, you're going to have to play this style, Virginia. You can't play a whole takeaway. You just can't play that slow down style because you're not going to get recruits over there. They're not going to want to play that style. So, I like the over in that one. Also there, I like these home teams in the later windows with Utah laying the points. Utah's won 5 of 6 at home. Kansas State just not shooting the ball as well away from home. The Utes really good form, defense, and shooting on their home court. Arizona, Baylor, the rule I have with Baylor, you fade them on the road, take them at home. I'll take them in this spot. Didn't like the way the Wildcats look in that loss at K-State on the road. And, of course, they followed up that loss with another loss, losing home to Houston. So I'll look here at here in this spot, Baylor covering the spread. Look at Baylor's home splits, 48% shooting, along with 39%, and they've won 11 of 12 on that home court. All right, we got you through the college basketball card for you today. Of course, as we get into Wednesday, we'll have NBA, and of course, hockey comes back on Saturday. But when I want to say hockey, NHL comes back. We still have some hockey there, so we'll have some coverage there later in the show. At this part of the show, where it's time for our Parlay Peripheral segment, where our cappers can give out a parlay give it a game in the future, can give us the Four Nations Cup, whatever they want here in this segment. Of course, we're getting closer to Major League Baseball. I think when this, maybe during the week we might have some of those late exhibition games. Who knows? We may get some exhibition picks for a late night window. We'll see how that rolls. But anyway, let's get started with the Parlay Peripheral segment. We started off here with David.
I'm looking at this Sweden versus USA game here tonight. I like the over here, 6.5, sitting at plus 110. I think we saw the U.S. play very tight defense against Finland. We saw them play a decent defense against Canada, but kind of better goaltending more than anything. But I just don't think that effort's there tonight on the defensive end. This game means nothing for them. They have their sights set on that matchup with Canada later this week. Meanwhile, Sweden, they're trying to avoid getting swept out of this tournament. Whether they win or not, I don't know, but I do think we see a wide open game with plenty of goals. I think Sweden is starting Eriksson in net, and the U.S. is going with their backup or a second option as well. So I like over 6.5, sitting at plus 110.
From David Racy. Next up, we move on over to Rock.
Yeah, well, we'll look at that same game, but I'm going to look at it a different way. I'm looking at Hedman from Sweden, and I've already seen him saying that the Sweden team is going to put everything they got. They're going to put all their eggs into that one basket because they're the Swedish national team. How often do they get to play together? So they're all going to come together and give 150% in this one. So trying to find ourselves a little reverse puck line here in this one. I'm going to take Sweden minus the 1.5 here. I think they beat the U.S. by 2+ goals here in this one. At a plus 385 for Sweden on the puck line here to beat the U.S. By at least 2+ goals. Because motivation-wise, U.S. isn't motivated for this game. They're already looking forward to Thursday's game to take on Canada. You knew that at the start of the tournament, U.S. was already looking forward to taking on Canada. Not here to beat Sweden. Not in this spot here. You're going to have some guys that will step up and play in the spot, but so is the Swedish team. And the Swedish team can play some solid defensive hockey. You got to go the other way, because isn't Allmark going to start for Sweden in this one, is what I heard. Did you hear Erson? I heard Allmark was going to get the start here for Sweden in this matchup, which would make his first start in Boston since he got traded. So for me in that one, if it's Allmark, I love the under because he's going to duel Ottinger in this one tonight.
I saw 33 minutes ago. I see Eriksson starting.
Oh, so maybe they're gonna. Allmark
I don't know.
Big contract
Apparently,
someone
made there's a comment in here that they weren't impressed with Allmark when he came on in relief for Gustafsson. So I don't know.
Well, maybe it is. Either way, I kind of lean there, but I like Sweden on the puck line as play there in that one. They win by 2+.
There from Rod. Next up, we move on over to Joey.
Short and sweet, Arizona money line and Northern Iowa money line parlay.
From Joey, next up on over to Javon.
Keep it short and sweet. Jackson State and Virginia 2-teamer.
There you go. I'll give you tell you one time. I give you a 3-teamer. Lamar over with Duke, Virginia, and Utah. All right, we got you through our Parlay Peripheral segment. Now it's time to see what the Cappers have for sale over at Pink Dawgz. Headed to a week of action. A lot of college hoops. NBA returning here Wednesday. Of course, we have one game Wednesday at Charlotte and LA Laker. The Wildfire makeup game will be Wednesday. Then we get back into our full schedule. Saturday returns the NHL back. So let's take a look and see what the Cappers got for sale over at Pink Dawgz. We'll take a look here at what David has for sale over at Pink Dawgz. David having a great year in college hoops.
Tonight, I already won with Team Canada this afternoon. I have a play in the late hockey game here tonight, and I have 5 college hoops plays split up in a couple of different packages. So head on over. Definitely better value is for long term, especially with the volume that I have pretty much every day and definitely every weekend. So head on over, check it out. Remember code PICK at checkout to save 15%.
There you go. Get on board David Racing over at Pick Dawgz. Some great results here from David in college hoops. We'll take a look and see what Javon has for sale over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Javon, as well, impressive numbers in college basketball. 1,683 units of profit. What you got for sale, Javon?
I got college basketball, of course. I got a 3-pack, and one of those are standalone games, so I have one off as well. So single package and the 3-pack involved tonight. Looking to get the stench off of yesterday. with OSU, alligator. I mean, a easy, 6 foot, shot to force the overtime. That didn't come through, and then Temple collapsed in the last 5 minutes. I had it on the money line as opposed to the catching the 2.5. So yeah, that's how I went yesterday, looking to bounce back. So you know, February's been profitable. Looking to keep it going and jump on something long term, 3 day, 7 day, 30 day, yearly, or maximum with one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 4-for-1 multi-capital promotion. You can't go wrong here. Sports Chat Place, Big Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get indeed with Javon over at pick.com. Great results there. Remember the promo code PICK and check out save that 15% off. Let's see what Rod has to say over at Pick Dogs Premium. Rod, good results NHL. Rod, what you got?
And for me over at Pick Dogs Premium today, I've got my 10-star college basketball slam dunk of the day available singly, or it's included in my Money Monday triple. We already kicked off the day with a nice 1-0 in the college basketball slate with the under in that early action. So looking to continue that here with those three on the college basketball slate. And as I've already said before, my best way to go is long term here at Pick Dogs. Hey, can't go wrong with the 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. Pair me up with any one of the other hot cappers you see here at Pick Dogs. Use the promo code PICK at checkout, save 50% off. NBA's back on Wednesday. NHL's back on Saturday, so all the sports will be rolling right along. So definitely jump aboard. Long-term pass is the way to go here at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place.
That's right. Get on board with Rod over at Pick Dogs Trim. Let's see what Joey Tron has for sale over at Pick Dogs Trim. Joey, strong results in the NBA this year.
Yeah, I have 2 college basketball plays up for tonight. If you use the code PICK, you get 15% off. I had a few rough couple days, but I'm 84-72 long-term in college basketball, looking for a hot start to this Monday.
Very good. Get on board with Joey over at Pick Dogs Premium. And I'll tell you what I've got right now. I've got best bet here from the college basketball. I have a pretty good best bet run here of late here over at Pick Dogs Premium. Cashing with Utah State yesterday, so I got best bet on the board. Also, a 3-pack from College Hoops. Now, my best bet is bundled in my 3-pack, so don't buy them both. You can either buy my best bet standalone or it's included in my 3-pack today. So get on board with me over at Pick Dogs. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. We'll save that 15% off. And all premium plays over at Pick Dogs are credit guaranteed, meaning the most earned profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for site credits. That is credit guaranteed. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. We're with you here back tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll cover all the games from College Hoops, have some bigger conferences in action, so make sure you tune in to the show. I just want to remind everybody of some of the video series and content over at Pick Dogs. Check out the YouTube channel for lots of content, including the morning show and all the on-demand video. Of course, Joey, you're ready to go here with your NASCAR video series.
Oh yeah, like you said earlier, Daytona was this past Sunday. This upcoming Sunday, they'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Ambetter 400 or 300. It's the Ambetter 400, so looking forward to that one. That video will drop sometime Thursday evening, so looking forward to that one.
Very good. Of course, Rod, pretty much a regular here on the Drive-Thru.
Yeah, pretty much regular Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday here on the Drive-Thru. Tune in. We'll get some winners.
That's right, absolutely. And of course, David, you contributed in written form over on the website's Pick Dog Sports Chat.
Yep, head over to either site, click on the free pick button at the top, click whatever sports you're looking for. It's a great source of stats, trends, all that good stuff. Sports Chat just covers the big games. Pick Dogs covers about 99% of them.
Very good. And of course, Javon, you put together on the Drive-Thru. We catch you as well on the weekend shows. You put together as well a Parlay video series.
Yeah, and the Parlay series is ongoing tonight. Got one up, 2-teamer. Check that out on the YouTube channel. And I'm here Mondays and Fridays per usual, and then on the weekend show Saturday and Sunday, like clockwork.
Like clockwork indeed, guys. So make sure you tune in, like, subscribe, set notifications. Lots of great content over at Pick Dogs on demand, shorts, Parlay videos, as well as our live stream. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. That's going to do it here on the show. Before you go, does anybody have anything to say in closing? All right, that's going to wrap it up here on the Drive-Thru, guys, for Monday. Back tomorrow. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning Monday. We're back tomorrow here on the Drive.